Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are back again with another OU live, featuring a team that I not necessarily built, but I have around Bandit Victini and Dragon Dance Alteria. Originally this team was a hyper offensive build, but I asked uh Fling Victini for a little bit help, and he suggested that to turn this team into a bulky offense build, and he suggested the Rotom Wash and the Altaria. So big shout outs to him for helping me with this team, and it's a really cool team. I really like using it, and let's just get straight into the battle here. So we find a Mega Venusaur team right away. This matchup isn't too bad. Jirachi can definitely be a problem if he has coverage. And when I say coverage, I mean Iron Head and Heart Stamp. But Rotom should take on it pretty well. Venusaur can pretty much be dealt by with Victini. Zapdos can be dealt with. I'm probably gonna lead with my Victini here. I anticipated the Venusaur lead because it pretty much deals with the majority of my team except for Victini. Venusaur takes care of Rotom, Exeggutor, Tyranitar, Altaria, and Keldeo, so I got that prediction pretty well. He does have a Heatran which stops me from spamming V-Crate, so I'm gonna go for the U-turn here. As he goes into his Azumarill, that is fine. What I can do is just go into my Rotom here and keep up the momentum with the Volt Switch. I don't want to risk, Volt Switch is definitely the right play because he goes back out into his Venusaur. What I can do is just go back into my Victini here and keep up the Volt Turn 4. So here's basically where 50-50. I really don't want this thing to Giga Drain my Rotom on my U-turn into it, because that would really suck. I do need HP on my Rotom to tank knockoffs on Weavile and not prevent me from being swept by Betty Drum Azumarill, if that is the case. So I think V-Create is definitely the best play here, as we do get the Venusaur kill. So that worked out very much in our favor, and yes, he does go into Heatran now, but I think Keldeo is the right play. Actually, I'm debating on going Tyranitar. No, not Tyranitar. The thing is, I can definitely see him being a Power Herb variant and going for Solar Beam right now. But I think Rotom is still the best play here, because even if he Solar Beams, we can Pink Split back up. As he just goes for his Rock, so that's definitely fine. I'm just gonna go for at this point in the game, what he can do is go into Zapdos, or he doesn't have a really good electric resist now that his Venusaur is gone, and he should know that. So I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch here and go into Keldeo, as we can construct him pretty much everything on his team with a Hydro Pump. I think those are Toxic, so is this the Starbreaker set, I assume? I do anticipate a Protect here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go for the Hydro Pump here onto the Azumarill, surprising after we miss. What we can do here is go back out into our Rotom. I don't want to sack my Keldeo yet. It's probably just gonna go for a Play Rough or a knockoff. Let's go for a Play Rough. Does a decent amount. Is he running max speed? I know I'm not running max speed Rotom, but we should be able to tank another hit and go for the Pain Split. As he goes for a knockoff and knocks off our next leftovers, which is completely fine. Now we can just Volt Switch out of here. If he wants to go into his Heatran, that's fine. We can just go back out into Keldeo. He probably doesn't have Protect, or else he would have gone for it. So you just go into the Heatran like I anticipated, and now we can just go into Keldeo and fire off another Hydro Pump. Or Scald is probably the better play. Yeah, Scald is the better play since we can burn something on the switch in, and it is 100% accurate as we don't get the burn, no justice at all. I cannot switch in my Rotom anymore. 51%. Yeah, I don't want to risk my rotom here. I really need to catch something though. I'm just gonna go for the Scald. If we can get a burn, that would be great, as we do not get a burn. I really want to get on my rocks here. Well, I think we're just gonna do here is go for the Volt Switch here on the Zapdos section. Now you can go into our Tyranitar and proceed to set up our rocks. I really want rocks up on the field to pressure him from switching. We do break our sash. We are supposed to be Choco Berry. I'm probably gonna change that right after this game. Goes down to Jirachi. Rotom should be able to take this thing on. He should be. I'm not sure. But just to be sure, I'm gonna go into Extra Drill here. On the Iron Head, most likely. We are definitely faster than him. That looks like Scarf damage. We are definitely faster under the sand. And what we can do is just go for the Rapid Spin on the switch into Zapdos, which is completely fine. And now what we can do is go for the Rock Slide. If he power predicts, I have a high feeling that he will power predict me and go out into Jirachi. But if he does that, I can just go back out into Rotom, which seems like a good play. Rock Slide actually fails to take the Zapdos out as he misses his Heat Wave, which is really nice. Now, here's the part where I am just gonna go for the Earthquake. Actually, I don't know if he's faster or not. That is actually quite hard. If he is faster, you do want to go for the Earthquake, as he reveals not to be faster, and we get that wrong. So, goes for a Defog, gets away our rocks, which is fine. We can just set them back up with Tyranitar at any time. Now we can just go for the... I really want to go for the Earthquake again, anticipating the switch. You know what, I'm going to do that. Actually, no, that's just a stupid play. I'm just going to go for the Rock Slide. There's no point going for, I should have gone for the Earthquake. I knew he was like that, but, I didn't have the guts. I'm just going to pull into our Rotom here as goes for Fire Punch, trying to get a burn. No luck. However, and what we can do here is just go for the Will-O-Wisp. It burns the Zapdos on the switch in if he wants to predict my Pain Split. As we do get the Zapdos on the burn, and what we can do here is go into Extra Drill, anticipating Electric type move, as we do cash it on the Electric type move. And now what we can do is go for the Iron Head and take him out. And now he has no solid ground resist, and Extra Drill can put in a lot of work. Victini definitely put in a lot of work this game, taking out that Venusaur early game. What I want to do here is probably Altaria is probably my best bet for this thing. I don't know if it can live. What I think I'm just going to do is just go into my Tyranitar on a low kick and go back into Extra Drill. And pretty much just fire off a few Earthquakes. I know Weavile is neutral to the Earthquake, but it should take him out. It should. It should. I'm like 99% sure Extra Drill should take him out. We are not like so that is quite concerning. Weavile. Like I said, I don't know my calcs at all. Yeah, Earthquake 100% knocks him out. He doesn't have any switches for this thing. Goes into a C-Trans, sacks it off. He has 3 turns of sand. He can definitely go into his Azumarill here and start me out with the Aqua Jet. What I can do is just go into Rotom and go for the Pain Split. Predicts me, that's a really nice prediction. As he does not predict me, we are not in any Aqua Jet range, I believe, and we can just safely fire off a Full Switch. Once the switch, we can just fire off a few of EQs again. I want to calc something really quickly on Altaria. Icicle Crush does knock out Altaria, which is really bad. Now we can just go into our Extra Drill here. Last turn of sand, we go for the Earthquake here. Goes for Ice Shard. Now, I don't agree with that play. I do not agree with that play at all. His Weavile had potential to clean up, actually. Because if he got rid of my Exodro, he could just knock off my Rotom, knock off my Victini, and then Ice-Skull Crash my Altera to win the game. But that is not the case. And what we can pretty much do right now, he has the Aqua Jet to settle me, but Exodro doesn't do anything now, and we can just go for Earthquakes. Now we can just go into Rotom. I'm pretty sure we live another Aqua Jet, and we can go for the Volt Switch on the switch to Jirachi. And we can go into Victini and hope we don't get flinched. That's the only worry. Healing Wish. Okay. That is new. Healing Wish Jirachi into Azumarill. I should have gone for the Volt Strike. Just gonna go for the Recreate again. This goes for Rewardful. Our Rotom does outspeed. We should clean up the game right here. If I am. Yes, actually, he lives on 1%. Wow. Okay. That is actually very surprising. I don't know how he lived on 1%, but now this is a really close game. Azumarill. He is probably Assault Vest from that damage. Volster shouldn't have done that less. Unless I'm mistaking something there. Yes, he is definitely Assault Vest, so Aqua Jet should not take me out from this range, and this should be GG. So unless he got a crit there, that was gonna be our game. So, oh, sorry about that. Really nice game there. And I'm gonna pause until we get to our second game. So we're back. That actually took quite a long time to find a battle there, since not only did I have to change my Tyranitar to Choco Berry, it took almost 3 minutes to find a game, and we find Brainy. Probably one of the worst matchups. Because Victini can't really do much, especially since you have Swampert. I'm probably just gonna lead off with Rotom here. It's probably the most important mon on the team. He should know that I can Will-O-Wisp his Swampert, so I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch. Polito should take the Volt Switch very well. If he goes out into his Swampert, that's not a good play at all. If he goes out into his Ferrothorn, I will probably just go out into my Victini. I don't know. Weather Wars do have to be played very carefully this match. Between Tyranitar. As you just go for goes into his Ferrothorn. I'm just gonna go into Victini here. Recreate should kill him. And I really want to go for the Volt Switch actually. I'm actually gonna calc this real quick. Victini under rain. Victini. Choice Banded. Ferrothorn physically defensive. Recreate under rain is definitely a knockout. And so I'm just gonna go for Volt Strike. As we do catch the Volcanion, which is really nice. And we get the Para. That is awesome. I'm hacking my opponents like crazy. He should go out into his Swampert, knowing that I am banded. So I'm gonna go into my Rotom here, predicting that he shouldn't stay in and just sack his Volcanion. As he goes into his Ferrothorn, okay, that's also fine by me. I can just go for the Will-O-Wisp here. Nothing on his team really appreciates a burn as he goes for the Power Whip. Now I can just Volt Switch and go for the Recreate. As he goes for the Rocks, that's fine. I'm actually just gonna go for the Volt Strike again. I see no reason not to. I don't know what this thing can do to me. So actually, U-turn also seems like a pretty nice play here. Actually, I don't want his Swampert to get off Mega for free. As he actually just stays in his Ferrothorn, which is completely fine by me. I actually don't know who to go into here. Rotom seems like the mon. This goes for lead seed. I'm just gonna volt switch out of here into Stealth Sharks are really wearing me down this match. We are getting the first one though. He goes into a Swampert, that's completely fine. We can just go for a Will-O-Wisp. He wants to go back out into his first one, that's also fine. Rain is gone. And we can just pain split back up the damage whenever you want. If he burned this Swampert, that would be great, as he does go back into his first one. And what we can do here is just go into Extra Drill. On the actually no, what am I doing? But she just goes for a DC, which is fine. Optimal play, I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake and take the Pharaoh Storm out. He did predict my Stealth Rocket, that's what I saw. And now he is put in rapid spin range, and what we can do is just spin these rocks away. So now we can go back out into Rotom. I'm pretty sure we outspeed the Politoed and he doesn't 2-hit KO us. Just as I saw, he can definitely go on his Ferrous Storm now and soak up the Pain Split. So I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch here. As he goes on his Swampert, very... Please don't miss. Or flinch. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that would have sucked if we missed or flinched. Either one of those. Rotom doesn't do much this game now, so I'm just gonna Pain Spit. It just goes for a Wardful. So what we can do now is I need calcs for everything, do I? I really need to memorize my calcs. Okay. Status is burned. I believe we can go into Altera here and just set up. Whoops, sorry about that. Can set up Mega Evolve and Dragon Dance. That's what I believe. If I was my opponent, I would pull into Kabutops here, but he actually goes into his Politoed, so that's also fine. So I really don't want to risk the burn here with the Scald, and Return definitely wouldn't knock him out. But I don't want to risk the burn, but I don't have a switch into Scald neither way. Well, I think I'm gonna Scald is 30% chance, but I'm pretty sure we just win if we Dragon Dance up again. I'm like 100% certain that we just win if we Dragon Dance up again. You know what? I'm risking this. Pulls into Ferrous and doubling. Predicting the switch, not wanting me to risk the Scald burn. That's pretty sad, to be perfectly honest. We are at +2 at Altera, and my opponent just forfeits here. So that is another win for us. Now, well, if he actually have gotten the Scald burn with the Politoed, my Altera would have probably been rendered useless. I probably shouldn't have risked that, but then again, I really didn't have a solution. My alternate play was go into Keldeo and click Secret Sword, which was probably what I should have done. Or go for the Hydro Pump, depending on if I predict the Volcanion or the Tornadus. But I really saw Scald is such a broken move this game, this meta. But it was only 30% chance, and I was willing to risk it. I play like that. I play very risky, and I don't mean risky in a way that I predict. I tend to rely on opponent not hexing me a lot, which is why I lose a lot of games. But enough yathering around. I'm just gonna pause until we get our next match. Okay, so we're back. I was stupid enough to pretty much forget to record the last round. There was a little bit of a break since I had to go for lunch, but I forgot to record the last round, so I saved the replay, and I'm probably just gonna narrate post-com for this battle only. So let's get straight into it. I lead off with my Keldeo, because it pretty much deals with everything on his team except for the Cofagrigus and the Starmie and the Talonflame, which is half of his team, but anyways. He leads off with his Diancie, Mega Evolves, and Protect, pretty much what I expected. Now, I am Specs Keldeo. If I stay in, I'll probably just get destroyed by a Moonblast, but my opponent does not know that. My opponent does not know that I am Specs Keldeo. So what I am going to do is I'm going to bluff my Scarf on the Diancie. So I'm going to go for the Scald on the Diancie and then bluff the Scarf as he switches out his Starmie. So we do manage to get that bluff. Now I'm just going to switch into my Tyranitar, I believe. Anticipating a Psychic type move as he just goes for a Scald. Thankfully, he doesn't burn. And what we can do here is just go for the Pursuit, because I was pretty sure he was going to go out into Diancie, Fearing Rocks. As what we can do now is just set up our own rocks on this game, and then go back on into Keldeo on the Hippowdon. As it goes for a Whirlwind and brings me out into Victini, that is not what I wanted, so I'm just going to decide to U-turn into my Rotom Wash, not want to take an Earthquake with my Keldeo, since I need some HP on that as it goes for an Earthquake. Now, here's is where pretty much my opponent makes some really aggressive plays, well, I will say. Here, there are two plays here, Will-O-Wisp and Hydro Pump. Will-O-Wisp does a lot to my opponent. If we burn either First One or Cavagrigus, it's pretty much GG. I mean, I wouldn't say it's GG, but it will dent my opponent's defensive wall a lot. So that is why I predicted him to go out into his Diancie. But honestly, if I was my opponent, I wouldn't not have risked that play, since a Hydro Pump could have definitely come his way. So I predicted him to predict my Will-O-Wisp and went for the Hydro Pump as we managed to take out the Diancie. And pretty much we are in a really good shape here as he goes off his first one. Now he has no Magic Bouncer, everything on his team gets burned. Talonflame cannot do much. We get the Will-O-Wisp, he misses his Leech Seed. Really unfortunate for my opponent. As we go for Volt Switch, I just realized Volt Switch's animation changed, so that's really cool. We gotta go into our Victini here and fire off of Recreate and nearly destroying everything in our path as he protects. Not really fun, but what you can do right now is basically just fire off another Recreate. And check out this damage on Hippowdon. Oh my gosh, that is 71%. And we even outspeed after a speed drop. Victini is such a monster. So we trade Victini for Hippowdon. I would gladly take that trade any day of the week. I mean, probably not, but that was really nice in that situation. Now I just go into my Extra just try and get off damage on the first one. He's burned, can't do much to me. So we go for the Earthquake. This goes for a Leech Seed. And now he's probably just going to go for the Protect. So just going to pull into my Keldeo here on the Protect. As he just go for the Protect. And now I can just fire off a Hydro Pump, since he could Protect and scout my move, but that is fine since Hydro Pump plus Burn should be able to take the first one out, which is my mentality in the match. So I went for the Hydro Pump as he goes for the Leech Seed. That managed to let him survive. But what I can do right now is just go back out into my Excadrill on the Protect, letting him make more burn damage, but he actually makes a really nice prediction and goes for the Leech Seed. Now he's probably going to go for the Protect, so I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I don't really want to take any more Rocks damage on my Keldeo. And now I make a really interesting play and go for the Rapid Spin on my Excadrill instead of the Earthquake. The reason I wanted to do this is because I really want to get off the rocks on the field, and Ferrothorn doesn't have reliable recovery other than Leech Seed, which is negated by the burn, and I prioritized rocks more than stalling out one more turn with the Ferrothorn and taking away 12% HP from my Excadrill, since I don't need HP on the Excadrill. He is already in range of a Brave Bird, I believe. So he goes for a Gyro Ball, which is even better, and we can just pick this thing off with the Earthquake. Couldn't really afford to go into his Talonflame since Rotom Wash could just then come out. Goes on his Cavagrigus. I'm just going to try and finish this thing down as we get a crit actually. Goes for a Trick Room, that's completely fine. Tyranitar takes any one move except for Focus Blast, and we can just stall out the Trick Rooms. As he goes for the Will-O-Wisp and burns me, He then proceeds to go for a Nasty Plot. I'm pretty sure Tyranitar can take a +4 Nasty Plot even. And my Tyranitar also has Chopawary, so that's definitely a plus side. As we go for the Iron Head and let Burn take down my Exeggutor. Now, I shouldn't have Rickster right here. I probably should have sacked my Keldeo or something and then went into my Tyranitar. But as you can see, +4 Shallow does nothing, and pretty much the game is sealed now, and he just forfeits. So the rating on the right is probably different than what you saw before on the match, because like I said, I went out for lunch and before that I forgot to record, and I don't have other replays. I realized that after I battled 2 more battles. But anyways, that is gonna be this battle. Let me just get Showdown set back up again, and let's hop into our next battle. Yo, we're back, and we find a really cool team here. Actually, it's pretty standard, but I'm just gonna say cool for the teams. For this match, I'm probably just gonna lead with Keldeo again. It's just such a good mon. And probably double into the Tornadoes predicting Latios or something, I don't know. I'm just gonna start a timer on this guy. He's probably gonna lead with either Landorus or Garchomp, or to an extent even Keldeo, since Keldeo does do some work against my team. This is probably gonna be the last battle of this life. He starts off with Gardevoir. Really interesting choice there. I'm just gonna go for the Hydro Pump. I really don't have a switch into this thing. And what we can do here is go out into his Victini and go for the U-turn. Like, that is what pretty much, I just stacked my Keldeo to get off damage on Gardevoir. Goes on this Garchomp, that's fine. Just gonna go out into an Altaria here. He shouldn't go for the rocks or something. He shouldn't stack his Garchomp. I'm gonna double into Victini for the Jirachi, as you do get that prediction right, and now we can just kill something with Victory, I believe. Chomp should die too. Yeah, Chomp does die too, but we should outspeed. We should definitely outspeed this thing. We do outspeed. We sack our Victini for the Chomp, which is completely fine. We get off. Rocks is not on our field anymore. Goes into Jirachi. Now what we can do is go out into Rotom here. We can burn anything that wants to come in, or basically just Volt Switch. Yeah, Volt Switch is the right play here. If he goes into his Landorus, I'm just keep on Volt Switching. He's most likely gonna go for the U-turn. He should be Scarf Landorus. I stacked my Keldeo first turn because I really did not have a switch in. Now what we can do is go into Altaria and Mega Evolve, and did that Jirachi reveal his item? Yeah, it's probably Scarfed. Go for the return and kill the Latios, so that's pretty nice. Altaria can potentially sweep after we get rid of Jirachi. We just go into our Rotom here. It is our safest switching against this thing. It's looking pretty good in our hands right now. He can definitely go out into his Gardevoir right now and mess me up. But he cannot kill us with one move, I believe. I don't think he can kill us with any one move. And we can just Volt Switch and kill the Gardevoir if he chooses that route. He can alternatively go into Keldeo, since he can definitely live a Volt Switch, and threaten my Altaria since it is low, as he just go out into his Keldeo. So that's pretty much what I thought. We're gonna go for a Secret Sword, so I'm gonna Pain Split here on the Secret Sword, and then go for the Pain Split again. Actually, no, Volt Switches. Oof, I should definitely have gone for a Volt Switch there. Now he is probably in Volt Switch range, I believe. Yeah, so he is in Voltage range, and we can go back out into our Tyranitar here. Also goes Jirachi, that's also fine. Goes Jirachi. I'm just gonna sack on Terry. If he goes for a U-turn, that's also very nice. Goes for Healing Wish. Try and get his Gardevoir back up, which is pretty much okay. Now I can just return. Landorus is definitely a threat. Goes for Focus Blast. Dude, that was really risky. I know I could have doubled into Extra, but that was super risky. Now we go for the Iron Head. And take out the Gardevoir. And I think that's game. If he goes for an Earthquake right here, he's not choiced. He still has a chance. Nope, he has not choiced. He's Rock Polish. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh shit. Don't we just lose? Don't we just lose here? Yeah, we just lose, don't we? Okay, here's the thing. I am Chople. If I'm Sash, I definitely won this. I don't know if... I'm like 89% sure Earthquake kills. GG. I played that endgame so bad. I played that terribly. Well, anyways, that is gonna be the, probably gonna be the end of this episode. What I could have done there was, he Stone-Edged my Extra there. So, I don't know, I probably couldn't have won that one. Opponent played that really, really well. Anyways, that is going to be the end of the episode. Hope you all enjoyed, and leave a like if you did. Alright, we're back. Not post-com this time, I did not forget to click record when we pause. I'm using OBS, I don't know how to pause the recording and continue. So basically what I do is I stop the recording, and then I start another new recording, and then edit them together later on. But that is not what the concern here. Right now we have a Gardevoir team. It seems really, really familiar. I don't know where I've seen this before. I think Rotom is a nice lead. Yeah, Rotom's a pretty nice lead here. Steve versus Gardevoir, that's actually quite surprising. Victini actually does a lot of work in this game. After we get rid of, yeah, Victini does a lot of work if we can get it in, like, on a free switching on a Gardevoir or a Glaceon or something. Start a timer on this guy on Chansing 25. It's a really, really cool team. He does start off with his Landorus. Pretty much what I expected. And I'm just gonna go for the Hydro Pump. It's probably gonna go out into Magnezone or Zapdos or Gardevoir. Probably one of the three. Goes into Zapdos and missed Hydro Pump. Doesn't really matter too much. He goes for a Toxics our Rotom, which isn't really nice. What I'm gonna do is set up our rocks. He's probably gonna go into Jirachi. If he does that, I'm gonna go into my... no, I don't know what I'm gonna do if he goes into Jirachi, since he can definitely U-turn out. Goes for a Roost, predicting my Stone Edge. Nice play. So that's definitely fine. What I can do here is just go for the Stone Edge. Let's go for a Toxic. As you do manage to connect. And what we can do now here is go into Victini on the Roost, most likely. And we can kill something with Recreate. So, a series of events turned out pretty nicely here. We managed to get rid of the Zapdos. Victini is such a threat to, goes on this Landorus. I'm just gonna go back out into my Rotom. Goes for a U-turn. Pretty much, he's probably Scarfed, from what, I know. Rotom still does a lot of work. Not as much as the other members though, so I don't know if I will sack him or not. He's probably just going to go into Gardevoir and type the voice here. That's probably what I will do. Or he can go into Magnezone if that is fixed. We did manage to get rid of the Zapdos, so that is one mom down for us to spam EQ. So he goes into Gardevoir like I expected. He's probably just gonna go into Hyper Voice now. I don't have a switch in. I'm just gonna Pain Split. Hope I live. As you don't live. Now what we can do is go into our Victini and pick up a kill. How nice. I don't think any of his move one-hit KOs us. I highly doubt it. And Landorus should probably just die, honestly. Landorus shouldn't live with Choice Bandit, especially if he is offensive. The Victini is so powerful. Such a threat. I don't know why it's dropped to BL, but this thing is a monster. So my opponent's probably very thinking about his next move, because I basically get a kill, and he really cannot switch into his Keldeo, so he decides to sack his Magnezone to go out into his Keldeo. I totally understand that play. I'm going to go into Tyranitar here on their Scald. That looks like that's leftovers. I'm just going to edge here. That's Secret Swords. That's definitely fine. And what we can do is go into Altaria here, Mega Evolve, and go for and double into Victini, predicting the Jirachi. So that series of play worked out really nicely for me. He has leftovers. He guaranteed that. So now he has to sack another Mon to bring out Keldeo, and now Keldeo can't even switch in to. Oh, okay. I should stop. He's probably gonna go for the Secret Sword right here. He goes for a Scar, gets the burn, which is not really nice. What I can do here is just go for a Secret Sword and take out the Keldeo. Now he has no switch-in for a V-Crate, goes out into his Gardevoir. Unless this is some kind of subset, I'm completely not worried at all. As he goes, we can just go out into Victini here and click V-Create. We take the Gardevoir out. Victini getting so many kills this game, and unbelievable. So, I'm going to Extra anticipating a U-turn. And even if he went for the, what do you call it, Earthquake, he had the Air Balloon. So right now we can just go for the Earthquake onto the Jirachi and take him out. Goes into his Landorus. And now we can go for the Iron Head. Goes for the Earthquake, and pretty much, unless he's been mocking the Scarf the whole time, I'm pretty sure we win. Like, I'm 20% sure we win. Unless he's been mocking the Scarf the whole time. So, yes, so he is Scarf, and that is going to be GG. GG. So, Victini picking up like 8 kills that game. That was ridiculous. This thing is such a monster. So, I think we're just going to find one last game. So, I'm going to pause until we get one.